Please welcome DeSoto City Council member Crystal Chism.
Howdy, Texas Democrats. My name is Crystal Chism, and I have the honor of serving as Mayor Pro Tem for the city of DeSoto. Before I begin, I want to recognize local elected officials in the room. The city council members, the school board trustees, the county commissioners, the mayors, precinct chairs, community advocates, the people who answer the phone when residents can't pay their utility bill, when seniors are worried about staying in their home, and when families simply need someone to talk to. I see you, and I thank you for your service. As a local elected official, thank you. We don't experience cost of living crisis through headlines. We experience it face to face. We hear from grandparents on fixed incomes choosing between prescriptions and groceries. We hear from working parents doing everything right and still falling behind because childcare costs too much. Insurance premiums keep rising and housing feels further out of reach. We hear from teachers, veterans, and first responders and young people wondering if they'll ever be able to afford the Texas dream. And while local governments are expected to solve these problems, too often our hands are tied by decisions made by Republicans in Austin. The same local leaders trusted to balance budgets, recruit businesses, and respond to emergencies are too often denied the flexibility to meet the unique needs of the communities that we serve. And here's what I've learned serving in local government. Democrats don't just talk about improving people's lives, we do the work. In DeSoto, we invested $300,000 from our general fund, expanding our community crisis response team, because we believe mental health crises and being unhoused deserves compassion, not handcuffs. Yeah. And when federal workers faced uncertainty during the government shutdown, we didn't just offer thoughts and prayers. We set aside resources to help families worry about paying their mortgages, rent, utilities, and basic necessities, because no one who has dedicated their life to public service should lose everything because Washington can't get their act together. And when public schools face relentless attacks and efforts to divert resources away from neighborhood classrooms, we made a different choice. In the city of DeSoto, we invested $1 million into our community to provide after-school care and tutoring because we believe every child deserves the support they need to succeed, regardless of their zip code or their family's income. Thank you. And while others debated whether our children were worth the investment, we invested anyway. That's what democratic values look like at the local level. Not slogans, not sound bites, just solutions. That's why this moment matters. Leaders like James Tallarico reminds us that faith and justice belong together. Gina Hinojosa continues to fight for public education and opportunity for every child. Nathan Johnson and Vicki Goodwin have stood up for common sense leadership in the communities they represent. Dr. Freddie Haynes, shout out to CD30. Dr. Freddie Haynes has challenged us to lead with courage and conviction. Tarrant County Commissioner Alicia Simmons has shown us what servant leadership looks like on the local level. And Houston's own Congressman Christian Menifee represents a new generation of leadership willing to fight for working families and the future of this state. All across Texas, Democrats are stepping forward, not because the work is easy, but because the people of this state are worth fighting for. So let's do what Democrats do best. Let's organize. Let's knock doors. Let's make the calls. Let's register voters. Let's have the hard conversations with our friends and neighbors. Because every vote is a statement about the kind of Texas we want to build. a Texas where working families can thrive, a Texas where local communities are trusted, a Texas where healthcare is accessible, a Texas where public schools are strengthened, and a Texas where opportunity isn't determined by your zip code. The future of Texas isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we build together. Thank you, Texas Democrats. Let's get to work.